Hey guys, it's your girl Shalae and I'm back today with a second stimulus check update video. In today's video, we're going to discuss the deal that is still pending. We also are going to talk about unemployment, hazard pay, airline workers actually losing jobs, and one state is offering their residents a $500 prepaid card. So if you want to know what is going on in the lovely world of stimulus, my darling, you already know what to do. Stay tuned. Your girl's got you covered. Now, if this is your first time tuning into my channel, hi, hello, hey friend. My name is Shalae, and here on this channel, we talk about shopping, saving, and everything in between. I would love to have you a part of my internet family. It's super easy. All you have to do is click that big old red subscribe button down below and you're in just like that. And while you're at it, go ahead and give me a like because you love me. And it's Thursday, guys. It is Friday Eve, and when I tell you I am on pins and needles, I'm so tired of this stimulus. Like, can we just get something done? I mean, at this point, let us know. It's either yes, no. Okay, circle it like in school. Alrighty, so I guess I'm not the only one that's tired, because according to Republican Representative Tom Reed on Thursday, he said, let's get this done. He urges Congress to take action on the next relief bill. He said leaders in Washington need to find a compromise on the relief legislation, saying that the need is significant for additional economic assistance across the United States. And I agree 100%. Why is this so hard? He said, I think there is a need across all spectrums, not just particular industries like the restaurants and live venues, movies, which you have, airlines, and others. Now, Reed, who represents a large portion of the Western and Central New York state, he said that, hey, he told this on on CNBC, The Exchange. He said, but you also have to look at the small businesses. You look at the individuals who lost their jobs as well. Now, as of right now, the bipartisan group actually released a roughly 1.5 trillion proposal in September, and we know that that proposal was rejected. Of course, that one did not include stimulus checks. But of course, Nancy Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, they've been going back and forth. They've been talking all day. Like, at this point, okay, at this point, they spoke Thursday afternoon, and they plan to talk again a little bit later about the outstanding issues. Now, the House was set to vote last night, remember? And then they said, no, we're going to continue in the negotiations. And then now they may vote today for the 2.2 trillion stimulus package. But Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell opposes the bill. I mean, is that anything new? We can always just see his little face like, no. But Pelosi and the White House are at odds over several details regarding the proposal, and that one is including the child income tax credit. And so they said, hey, the conversation will continue on later on in the day. So as of right now, it's not a no, it's not a yes, but child, I don't know if I can take it anymore. Like, I can't take it. I'm already losing my edges, my darling. I just don't know. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to unemployment. As of right now, with unemployment, the White House is actually proposing the $400 federal unemployment benefit as part of their $1.6 trillion package. So what they would do is they would make the plan retroactive to September 12th. And then at that time, the payments would be dated just over a week after the FEMA was capping its funding at 6 weeks. So I think the funding for FEMA ended on September 6th or September 5th, the week of. So this will actually be retroactivated to September 12th. Now, this appears to be an early agreement among the lawmakers in the White House and the federal government to pick up where FEMA left off. Democrats, of course, are proposing the $600 proposal, and they want that benefit to be retroactivated to September 6th. Lawmakers are likely trying to avoid any technical hurdles that could emerge if the payments were retroactivated to August, such as a jobless person receiving double the benefits and overlapping with other federal programs. So pretty much what they're saying in all this is, guys, like, hey, if the Democrats' proposal take it back to August, you already been paid out your $300. Now you're going to get $600. And you know our systems can't hold anything right now. I mean, this is worse than Pac-Man. So they're like, hey, this is going to cause a lot of issues. And a lot of them said, hey, I think it's going to be probably cost and trying not to interact with really weird programs that we don't fully understand. So that's what's going on. But in the 1.6 trillion stimulus package that is proposed by the Republicans, it does include $1,200 stimulus checks as well as $400 unemployment. Now, another 837,000 Americans filed for unemployment claims last week. Now, as the recovery continues, it's at a very slow snail pace, okay? I mean, this is like the slow skis, the turtle pace, but hey, it is slightly fewer than the prior week, although last figures notably did not include updated numbers from California, because remember I told you in a few videos ago, California has paused their unemployment for 2 weeks to try to, get on all this fraud that's going on in their state. So right now for those 2 weeks, it did not include those numbers because they have a backlog, and not only do they have a backlog, but they want to investigate and verify that each person that's applying for unemployment is truly a person. All right, so the state estimated that it initial claim numbers by duplicating the prior week's figures. So they didn't add or subtract any numbers, they just had the same numbers from the prior week. Now, claims under the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program in Congress created that they would usually be eligible for benefits such as those who are self-employed, and as of right now was at 650,120 people. So if you add these numbers together, it's roughly about 1.4 million first-time claims for benefits last week. That's still a lot of people for their first time, 1.4 million. And don't even think about, remember the airlines are set to furlough people today. Alrighty here. Now, if you are, a lot of people have been asking about hazard pay. Honey, they don't even think of hazard pay. We're just still trying to get a check, okay? But regarding hazard pay, if you're considering working the polls this year, and not that type of poll, don't take your mind there, okay? Let's keep it PG. I'm talking about the election polls. I did a video all about this on some side hustles. I'll link it in the cards. You might want to check it out. But if you are considering working the election polls, they will actually pay you hazard pay. So Kansas City election workers will receive a higher stipend this year for volunteering at the polls during the pandemic. People are risking their lives to help people vote. Our stipend is low, but you can't pay somebody low like that when they're doing something for the community and risking their lives. So for the first time, a lot of states have started to implement this. The stipend pay, or the lowest pay for workers, was $135. And now, because they're introducing hazard pay, you will get $275 for 1 day's work. Girl, that's some good money, okay? That's some good money, $275. Now, the pay that they also provided this amount of pay for people who worked during the primary election in August, but cities across the country, including Milwaukee and Detroit, have offered hazard pay this year as well to reduce the number of people that were willing to do the work. So I think it's well needed. Let me know, would you actually work the polls for this election or not? Alrighty, so speaking of money. Okay, I know singing is not my ministry, but hey, you gotta try sometimes. Making a joyful noise. That might not have been to the Lord, but okay. All right, so if you are in Hawaii, Hawaii is giving out $500 restaurant cards for unemployed residents, hoping to boost the business. The restaurant cards will be valid through December 15th. Unemployed Americans living in Hawaii are encouraged to dine out under the Aloha state's new economic plan. Aloha. Okay. Those receiving unemployment benefits since March 25th as a result of the pandemic will get a Hawaii restaurant card in the mail with $500 to spend at any restaurant in the state. Man, so much stuff is coming in the mail. You got pandemic EBT, you got these cards, you got old checks. Y'all need to be checking y'all mail and make sure nobody's trying to steal your mail, okay? Now, the meal card actually works like a debit card, allowing eaters to pay at the restaurant and their choice to leave a tip. The bill will be deducted from the card's total amount, and the money will go to the restaurant. The new program is aimed at keeping the local eateries in business, and $75 million of the CARES Act money will be used towards the program's funding. Good deal. Now, one group that we are overlooking right now is Asian Americans, because their jobless rates are actually soaring throughout this pandemic, or surges throughout the pandemic, but few people are taking notice. So as of right now, the pandemic is taking a heavy economic toll on Asian Americans, from Vietnamese nail salons to Cambodian donut shops. Asian-owned businesses have struggled, and Asian American workers have gone from the lowest unemployment rate in the country to one of the highest. A year ago, the jobless rate for Asian Americans was 2.8%, but now during the pandemic, it has boosted The unemployment has soared to 15% in May, 11% in August, and well above, it's 10.7% in August, and only African Americans had a higher jobless rate than 13%. So definitely keep our Asian Americans in your prayers as well, guys. Now, also with hazard pay, the grocery union continues to fight for hazard pay at Kroger stores. The United Food and Commercial Workers Union said it will continue to demand Kroger's grocery stores to give workers hazard pay during the pandemic. This comes after Kroger's report earnings said that they have grew more than 14% in 2020 compared to this time last year. They said workers are frustrated and they have a bad taste in their mouth, seeing that business boomed without them receiving pay to honor their risk that they're taking at work. They said the union remains open to either retroactive hazard pay or even future pay negotiations. The renewed call for hazard pay comes days after New England chapters of the union negotiated a one-time retroactive hazard payment for its members working at the Stop and Shop grocery stores. So hopefully you guys get it, Kroger. I mean, hey, y'all union workers, you're getting it. I'm telling you, I have seen a lot of protests going on for hazard pay for Kroger's than probably any other grocery store that I've seen. So definitely keep at it. Keep hope alive. Alrighty, and then last but not least, tens of thousands of airline workers have just lost their jobs. American Airlines and United Airlines are moving ahead with furloughs of more than 32,000 workers, guys. But they are open to bringing them back if the lawmakers can pass a new bailout plan. Good deal. Airline stocks rose early on Thursday. The news comes a day before the conditions of the first round of rescue aid that prevented airlines from furloughing employees expired. So the money that they were getting back from the March or CARES Act is expired. The airlines had requested a 6-month extension of that aid. No bueno. Now, we still hope that everything may happen. We don't know what's going on, but I don't know if you've seen this. There was it was a flight attendant. She went viral as of right now, but she did her last speech as they were boarding the plane on there because, you know, she was almost in tears about it. So if you definitely, I'll try to link it in the description box below. As of when I watched it earlier, it was about at 126,000 views. And so it was saying that she was losing her job. So definitely keep the airline employees in your prayers as well. So guys, it is a lot of people that are going to be hurting if they do not come together and pass some type of relief package. And it's easy to condemn people or say, hey, they should have been doing this and they should have did. This is our first time, a lot of us, in a pandemic, a lot of people being unemployed for their first time. You know, I'm just a big believer. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all at this point. Just keep everyone in your prayers and let's see what we can do. So that's all I have, guys, on this Thursday. A lot of news. Hopefully we don't have another stimulus after dark. Okay, stimulus after dark. Okay, no, hopefully we don't have another stimulus after dark, because if they update it, that means I gotta come back to you. And you know what tonight is? I got tax school tonight. So if y'all want me to do y'all taxes, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and put out that shameless plug. Okay, you know, I'm about my money. So if y'all gonna want me to do y'all taxes come tax season, January, let me know down in the comments below. Would y'all allow me to do your taxes? And while you're at it, since it's Thursday, let me know what you're eating tonight. Can I come to dinner or not? Let me know. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.